we're gonna be attempting a regional Pokemon switching glitch. As you can see, we've got ourselves a nice little Carnivine right here. It's just a normal Carnivine, but apparently you can switch this into a different regional by a few different ways, one of them being getting 6 hearts with your buddy. So we're gonna fight Candela with this Chansey real quick, try to get the 6 hearts with battle together. On the upside, all we have to do is just quickly get into the battle and leave, and we will get the hearts for it. And apparently if you battle in a PvP match in GBL, that'll also cause the Pokemon to switch, but it hasn't been confirmed whether or not battling a whole, leader like this will do anything. But we'll see what happens. Maybe it does do something. So after battling Candela that one time, it is now a Durant. Okay, so it has officially changed. But I hear if you click on it, it's gonna despawn. Yeah, so it doesn't really do anything. It just changes it, but then it just causes it to go away. So if you do get a shiny or something like that, don't try this trick to try to, switch it into something else, because you're just gonna lose a shiny that way. And apparently this glitch is gonna work on every single other regional in the area. I just had a Seviper right here, and as soon as I was about to record, it poofed away. I didn't even click on it. Okay, we have another regional right here. Let's see if it's still available. Okay, we can click on this one. But yet again, we're gonna attempt the glitch, because I want to see if this is just like a thing that happens all the time, because I've been noticing this lately, so let's see what happens. We're going to leave the encounter, still get the buddy hearts, but this interaction with the leader should technically make this regional disappear. So good effort, great, and now it is a Carnivine, so that's kind of funny, and then when we click on it, it is gone. And it feels like every single time this happens, every regional that's around you technically just despawns and doesn't exist anymore. So let's try to find another one within this little window and see if we can actually click on it or not. Okay, we've got a Basculin here. We can click on it. We're gonna battle Candela just real quick, and then we're gonna leave and see if the Basculin leaves. Technically, the Basculin is a regional. So let's click on it, and no, okay, so it doesn't work on Basculin, which is nice, but it seems like all the other main regionals it does work on. Oh, there we go. As you can see, that Oricorio just changed into a Durant. Let's head over to that Durant. Let's see if Panpour gets affected by this. No, it doesn't. Okay. Very interesting, because that is a regional technically, and so is the Basculin. We saw that Oricorio change into a Durant on the nearby. So when we get over there, we'll see if it even lets me click on it, because sometimes it doesn't. How about this other Panpour? Yeah, no, this one's okay too. There's the Durant right there. When we click on it, oh no, we can click on it. Weird. Okay, I don't really get it. We've just fought Candela yet again. Let's see what happens. It's changed into a throw, and then all of these guys turned into Basculins, which is weird. But one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the Mankey real quick and see if maybe this alters it. So now that we've clicked on the Mankey, okay, word, interesting. So we can't click on the regionals in the area, but it doesn't seem to despawn the regionals that aren't in your view, which is weird, because we saw that Oricorio on the nearby, and yeah, the Durant's still there. I don't really know exactly what's happening here, but I noticed it's happened a few times. You see, I've been noticing this glitch for a while. Earlier this morning, I did a Tapu Fini raid, and then once I defeated it and caught it, yada yada, I saw a Heracross that wasn't even on the map, like it just spawned in really close to me, and then the moment I clicked on it, it poofed away. And I've been noticing this with remote raids as well. I did a couple when I was on the beach, and every single time I did it, regionals would disappear, even regionals that were somewhat within a sphere of influence. I don't exactly know how far this affects the regionals, but it seems like if they're within a certain distance of you, everything just changes and basically just goes away. And that sucks when you're specifically looking for specific regionals, because right now there's this whole thing going on where like not everybody's even seeing the same regional. But what is weird is that we saw the Oricorio on the nearby change into a Durant, and then when I came over to it, I was actually able to click on it. And I don't know why I was allowed to click on that one, but I wasn't allowed to click on the Seviper that was a little bit later ago. It's just very strange, and it kind of is breaking the game. It's not like to a point where it is terrible and it's completely destroying it, but for some people, regionals are really hard to come by, especially when they travel to a new place, and it would suck when you finally find one, but you did a raid or you did a battle against a leader or a PvP battle in GBL or even a trade, and then it just poofs away because, there's a glitch in the game. So yeah, just be careful out there. If you're trying to get any of these shiny regionals or anything like that, maybe in the beginning of the day, take care of all your buddy hearts and stuff like that. Do all your remote raids or your in-person raids or whatever, and then just specifically focus on those regionals if that's what you're trying to do. But yeah, kind of strange stuff. And here's that Basculin from earlier. Did this thing get affected? No. I really don't know how exactly it works. Maybe that's a Viper earlier that I mentioned just poofed away because it actually despawned, but it is very strange. It just seems like everything within your visual area will change and turn into something else, but that's not always been the case. Anyways, it's a weird glitch. If you're trying to hunt for regionals, just don't do anything else and hunt for those regionals. But it is kind of sad that this is a thing, and hopefully it gets fixed soon. One last thing I want to bring up about this regional Pokemon bug is it seems like it's affected by almost anything except for catching Pokemon and spinning Pokestops. Basically anything that takes you into a different kind of screen, like a trade or a raid or a GBL battle, all those things kind of take you out of the game into a different kind of lobby thing, but then when you get back to the map, everything is changed around. So if all you're doing is is just doing a lot of catches and spins, you should be fine for a while. Just remember that every raid, trade, and battle you do will mess with the game a little bit. And hopefully it'll get fixed soon. But speaking of some cool stuff though, we just got a video for Pokemon fusions. And once again, we have to thank the Pokemon group. As you can see, they have a Necrozma here, which is really cool. It's really awesome, even though it has 9,001 CP, but then they hit the fusion button, and you can see there's a Lunala there, and then it turns into, I believe it's called Dawn Wings Necrozma, which is really awesome. But yet again, it's at 9,001 CP. But once they scroll down, you'll notice there's also Moongeist Beam, which has a special ability. And the effect says that it emits a sinister ray for 10 minutes, and it attracts Pokemon found during the night and allows nighttime evolutions, which is pretty interesting. It's kind of what I thought it was going to be from the initial like scans in the code, but it's cool. Like, they're actually going to give you nighttime evolutions even if it was like in the middle of the day. And apparently Sunsteel Strike is going to shine the light of a meteor for 10 minutes and it attracts Pokemon found during the day and also allows daytime evolution. So obviously if you have Dawn Wings Necrozma, you're going to be able to do the nighttime stuff, and if you have Dusk Mane Necrozma, you'll be able to do the daytime stuff. It's pretty cool. I don't know exactly if there's going to be anything too special in there. Some people have been theorizing maybe the paradox forms of the beasts or something like that, but I think it would be smart of them to put some sort of really rare thing in there that you haven't been able to see before. Or like I theorized, maybe Cosmog would show up off of these things, which would give you a chance at possibly a shiny Cosmog, yada yada. Just an idea though. But not only that, we also have an unfusion video. So all they do is hit the unfuse button and then you can unfuse them. So they're not stuck as a Dawn Wings or a Dusk Mane, or if you get Kyurem Black or White, you can actually separate these Pokemon and get your two Pokemon back. And in case you wanted to know what it looks like when Necrozma turns into Solgaleo, it's gonna look like this. They hit the fusion button just like normal, but this time it's an orange sphere and then Solgaleo's behind him, and then boom, there it is. That is the Dusk Mane Necrozma, which honestly is probably gonna be the most useful out of the two, specifically for PvP. Sunsteel Strike is looking like a better move than Moongeist Beam in terms of actual usability, though Moongeist Beam is gonna be more of probably like a raid thing more than anything else. And obviously you can unfuse this one as well, and it will be able to turn back into its two separate forms, but it is pretty cool that they do change the colors around and stuff, but the animation's exactly the same. And I'm also curious if this is what Kyurem Black and White is going to look like when they do with their fusions as well. So it's very interesting that that's going to be a thing, and seeing that this is already in the code and built like this, I really feel like it's going to be coming to Pokemon Go Fest for Sendai, Madrid, and New York. I do think that Worldwide's going to get it as well, but you're going to have to wait until Worldwide happens if you're not going to any of the in-person ones. But if you are going to the in-person ones, I think you can get the shinies and the energy. They do that a lot for these kind of events. I should state that this is all data mined information, so obviously this can and possibly will change in the future, but I mean, it's looking pretty darn solid as it is. And if you want to learn more about this Pokemon fusion stuff, you should definitely check out this video right over here. I touched up on some of the more data mined assets, like solar and lunar fusion energy. Those are also in this video as well. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button for me as well. We're trying to hit 200K subscribers. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.